We'd like to again thank you and ask the committee secretary to acknowledge the individuals present here today. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning. We would like to acknowledge the following resource persons present today. Ms. Anna Chua Norbert, Group Chief Culture Officer, DBB Group, Philippines. Incorporated. Ms. Catherine Gienzon, Head of Strategy, Strategic Planning, and Data Analytics from AdSpark, Incorporated. Mr. Jose Rafael Del Rosario, OIC Chief Commercial Officer, Client Success Enterprise from AdSpark. Good morning. Then we have Ms. Renali Trajano, Business Owner and Creative Director, Art Zap Studio. Good morning. Mr. Jose Policarpio Jr., President and CEO of IBC 13. Attorney Jeremy Patulot, Legal Officer, TV5. Mr. Barbie L. Atienza, President, Manila Bulletin, and representing the United Print Multimedia Group of the Philippines. Morning. Ms. Attorney Michael Ricaza, OIC Deputy Executive Director, Legal Group of the Department of Finance and Fiscal Incentives Review Board. Morning. And then we have ASEC Eufrosinio Bernabe Jr., Office of the Chief Economist from the Department of Finance and Fiscal Incentives Review Board. We have Yusek Felipe Igargo Jr., Legislative Liaison in Legal Affairs Cluster from the Department of Labor and Employment.
Good morning po, Mr. Chair. Good morning po, everybody.
Good morning, sir. We have Attorney Fermo B. Avila II, OIC Financial Analysis and Audit Division, and Company Registration and Monitoring Department from the Securities and Exchange Commission. And then with him is Attorney Cara Maria Encabo, Securities Counsel 2, Company Registration and Monitoring Department of the Securities and Exchange Commission. That's all, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Again, good morning. We'll go straight to the meat of the matter and get the comments of our distinguished resource persons. Can you hear from our friend, IBC 13 President, to Jimmy Policarpio, sir? Any comment on the proposal filed by Senate President, Senator Legarde and myself, and of course passed by the House of Representatives?
Good
sir?
morning, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah.
Earlier, we have submitted our position, our comments to Attorney Ethel Hope with the floor, and we have enumerated the position of the company. Incidentally, Mr. Chairman, Channel 13 is a sequestered company. It's basically owned by the government, and as a president of the company, of course, our position is there's only one thing that we are against, that is the inclusion of unless provided by law. It diminishes the right of being a former employee of the Senate. It diminishes basically the right of the Senate, because a mere law, a mere bill turned into law would automatically erase the provision of the Constitution, which requires 3% votes of each houses, while enacting a law would only require a simple majority. And then, of course, Mr. Chairman, the statutory process amending the Constitution, the amending Constitution can be done only by statutory process, by law. So, medyo it will, as I've said, medyo mabigat ang inclusion ng mga yung unless provided by law. We have officially wrote and submitted, Mr. Chairman, and I think that's all we have to say, Mr. Chairman. Thank you po.
Thank you. Thank you very much, President Policarpio. Can we hear from Manila Bulletin and United Print Multimedia Group President, our friend also, Barbie Atienza, sir?
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. With this representation, Mr. Chairman, we still need material time to be able to consult with all the members of the United Print Media Group. It's an association of major publication companies in the country, and as you would imagine, we would probably have a myriad of opinions about this. Also from the Manila Bulletin, we did get the notice this week and wasn't able to discuss this. However, Mr. Chairman, I think there are also very clear pros and cons on the provisions given in the proposed resolution or proposed bill. We need to understand from the point of view of the Senate the predicament, particularly of the print media industry that we're going through now, not to exclude the challenges posed by, of course, the emergence, obvious and evident emergence of the digital media that has made changed the landscape so much. And I think this has a bearing on whether it is relevant to get into a restructure of the ownership provisions as far as the media industry is concerned. And also, we would also like to flag up, or this representation would also like to flag up, which I will sound off also to the membership, on its influence on the editorial independence. I think those are the two primary points that we may have to be discussing further, and will incorporate into a position paper or that we will be submitting to the committee as soon as we can. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Barbie. President Barbie Atienza. Can we hear from RZAP studio owner and creative director Renalili Trajano? Good morning. Yes.
Good morning. Yeah. So I came from a very small agency. I'm a sole proprietor. I have experiences with different investors who tried to invite me to partner with or invest, and until now I'm still 100%. It's Filipino owned. My main reason is it's not about the percentage or the ownership. I'm still welcoming these investors, but it's more on I practice. We have to have the same values, same beliefs, same vision for the company. I don't mind inviting investors and giving them more percentage of the company, mainly because it depends on our industry, our strategy in running the business. If you believe as a business owner that inviting them and giving them more power, let's say, will help the business grow and be global and will have a global impact, then I think you should go for it. So, yes, I think it is our right as business owners to have 100% freedom to give whatever percentage that we feel like it will work. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we hear from the DDB Group Philippines Group Chief Culture Officer, Anna Chua Norbert?
Good morning, Senator, and thank you for
Morning.
inviting us. We're quite concerned about the passing of this new charter change for two instances. We've already seen, as a multinational agency, we've had the franchise of DDB for the past 30 years. Although we are majority owned locally, we're 97% owned locally.
Sorry,
And
what percent?
97%.
97.
And only 3%. We have majority of the operations in terms of being able to control hiring and managing whatnot, our strategies, as what's said. What we found during the COVID-19 pandemic, though, that we were actually left on our own devices, regardless of them being part of the global network. So it really didn't actually add value to us. In fact, some of our counterparts actually hindered in terms of being able to do pay cuts, which we didn't find it valuable to our people, so we didn't have to follow because they weren't majority owners. So that's one of the things that we feel that if this law passed, it might hinder in terms of operations and therefore lose our ability to localize our strategy better. Furthermore, we feel that the money will actually go overseas rather than going to the local Filipinos, which we actually are seeing now more and more with Google and the likes of Meta. It's just that's how it is, right? The majority of our incomes are actually going to these media agencies, which are overseas, and I understand they do not pay taxes for the Filipino people. So if those things are able to addressed by, I guess, for now it is as it is. That's our stand. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Can we now hear from AdSpark Incorporated, Head of Strategy, Catherine Gianzon, along with Mr. Ariel Tubayan and Jose Rafael Del Rosario? Yeah, whoever wishes to go ahead, please.
Okay. There. Just a brief background. Good morning, Mr. Chairperson. AdSpark is a company wholly owned by Globe. So we are within the 917 Ventures company, and we acknowledge the ongoing discussion about the Philippine Constitution concerning the foreign ownership. And we believe in fostering a healthy and competitive advertising industry in the Philippines. So knowing that we are a digital advertising firm, we believe that regardless of the regulation or the structure, ownership structure, there could be also greater advances towards technological advancements and increased financing for some segments. But we are keen to, at this moment, to stay neutral and, of course, to monitor the situation and adapt to the strategies to ensure the protection of the jobs and economic success here in the Philippines within the industry. That's it for us. Thank you.
Is that for everyone? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thanks very much. Can we hear from TV5 Legal Officer Attorney Jeremy Patulot?
Hi,
Yeah.
Mr. Chair.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, that's Jeremy. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for inviting us. Your inclusive approach is being recognized. For the company's position, we believe that the expansion of the foreign ownership may be advantageous in a sense that we need to there is a what you call this capital infusion. There is a transfer of knowledge from foreigners, experts, or even their best practices, which can be helpful or elevate the innovations in the advertising industry. However, Mr. Chair, we believe that there must be this particular development may be assessed through our existing statutory requirements or existing regulatory frameworks, in order for us to check if the content of the advertisement would be applicable or it can be published or given to the public consumption. That's it, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Can we hear from FICTAP? This is the Federation of International Cable Television Associations of the Philippines. Legal Counsel Attorney Stanley Christopher Cabrera.
Good morning, Mr.
Morning.
Chair, and to everyone here. Picked up is a group of, we started as a cable TV group and we expanded to include bus operators and telco operators. Of course, with the passage of the amendments to the Public Service Act, the industry is already prepared to transition to allowing foreign investment into more foreign investment into telco and other industries. First of all, we appreciate the initiative and the efforts of both houses of Congress and Senate in finding ways to attract foreign investment. We understand that foreign investors view the Philippines as having a lot of potential, and of course we would also appreciate if they would invest in the Philippines. I share the comments of Mr. Policarpio with regards to having the provision there unless otherwise provided by law. We are cognizant of the fact that this particular methodology, or rather this phrasing, is also already present in some sections of the Constitution. At any rate, with regards to the broadcast industry, which is also affected by the advertising industry because that is primarily one of the sources of the income of broadcasting companies, we would prefer for the broadcasting industry to right now still maintain the Filipino ownership requirements, which is 100%. Primarily because the for the past few years, there's been a lot of volatility in the broadcast industry. So we would prefer that those developments in the broadcast industry would settle first, so that if we introduce significant changes, it might increase the volatility in the local industry. Also, we're also still grasping our response regarding the entry of live streaming like Netflix, which have dominated the multimedia industry, content industries. Also, there's a trend that a lot of content creators use social media. So social media and streaming, they're primarily controlled by foreign entities already. So we're still formulating a response to that. So we are welcome again. We are welcoming with regards to the foreign investment, but we are looking as well as what effect that will do in the short term. Thank you.
Thank you, Attorney. Can you now hear from the KBP, from the Ad Standards Council, Legal Council, kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas? We have with us Attorney Rudolph Jularbal.
Good morning, Mr.
Morning, sir.
Chairperson.
Good morning
Thank you
po.
for inviting us. I represent both the Ad Standards Council and the kapisanan ng mga broadcasters ng Pilipinas. For the Ad Standards Council, Mr. Chairperson, let me first give a short background. The Ad Standards Council is the successor of the Advertising Board of the Philippines, and it is focused on content regulation. The Philippines has a unique experience insofar as advertising content regulation is concerned. It operates under a regime of self-regulation, a very unique circumstance worldwide. In fact, I think there's only one or two other countries that have self-regulation in the advertising industry. Now, this is important in the context of the proposed amendment because the percentage ownership of Filipinos being 70% in the advertising industry, we believe has something to do with ensurance that content is aligned with Philippine culture, Philippine norms, and other national interests. However, in the Philippines, since there is a regime of self-regulation, content is regulated even before they are aired or published in platforms. Unlike other countries where the restraint is done post-airing, post-printing, post-publication, post-posting on billboards. So we believe that we will leave the decision to the advertising industry, mean to say the advertising agencies who are affected by this provision. As far as the ASC is concerned, we as long as the self-regulation regime is functional, regardless of the ownership of advertising agencies, content will be regulated effectively. We have 50 years of self-regulation in the Philippines, Your Honor, and it has been very successful. Which brings me now to the KBP. The KBP is a member of the Ad Standards Council. It represents the broadcast platform where advertising material are aired. We are a member of the ASC, and so we ensure that all materials that are aired in our member station have passed the self-regulatory regime or observance of self-regulation in the advertising industry. We do not air material which have not been approved by the ASC to ensure that content protects the consumers and protects national interest. So as far as the advertising industry is concerned, we are agnostic to whether it is there is foreign ownership or not. Just a statistical information, Your Honor. There are about 60 advertising agencies, members of the 4A's Association of Accredited Advertising Agencies, and about 34 of them are independent, while 26, we believe, have foreign ownership. The extent of foreign ownership is, we don't have data on that, Your Honor. So, because of technology also, the entry of content into the Philippines has somehow loosened. However, because of self-regulation, we still ensure that even if content is placed outside of the Philippines, for as long as they are aired in platforms in the Philippines, the Ad Standards Council regulates these materials, Your Honor. That's all, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Attorney Gilarbal. Very insightful and